Pilot shortages mean many pilots are putting in extra hours, oftentimes cutting into their sleep schedules. An investigation is underway after two pilots with Ethiopian Airlines reportedly fell asleep in the cockpit and then they missed a landing. So for more on this, we want to bring in Lindsey Roeschke. She's a travel and hospitality analyst at the global intelligence company Morning Consult. Thank you so much for joining us. So I had to read that headline like twice. And the idea of pilots napping, you know, emotionally makes you uneasy. But when you think about it logically, you think, well, I mean, yeah, but you just don't expect them to all be napping at the same time. Can you break down the napping rules for pilots here in the U.S. and whether or not it's different in other countries?
Yeah. So, I mean, generally, you never want everyone asleep at the same time. But of course, pilots work long, busy schedules. And so, you know, typically what needs to happen is staff needs to sleep on rotation. That's not just pilots, that's flight attendants, just to make sure that there is always someone there to kind of look out for the safety of the passengers and make sure that everything is in order on the plane. Obviously, the story that has come out is not something that is normal. Typically pilots are not napping at the same time. So, of course, there's being an investigation, you know, launched into it just because it is so out of the norm. But I think it's reflective of an increasing concern that pilots have across the globe of just being overworked, needing to work more overtime because of those pilot shortages.
Yeah, this story has sort of blown open the cockpit door, if you will, right? And so now we know that this actually does happen, that pilots do sleep. In this case, obviously, there's an autopilot, you know, at keeping the plane flying. And so they were able to kind of come back around and then land the plane safely. But, you know, I don't think you told me like what the rules are. What are the rules for pilot napping?
Yeah, I mean, the rule is without, unfortunately, I can't get into too much detail about that. But, you know, the rule is that there always needs to be someone there. Right. Yes, autopilot is fantastic, but you need to have a human there at the helm of the airline. So any sleep that needs to be done, and to be clear, you know, we want pilots to be able to sleep. We need them to be well rested. It's just that somebody has to be awake, actually, you know, managing the cockpit at all times.
So, you know, all year long, basically, we've been talking about all the problems happening with the airline industry, and topping the list are, you know, pilot shortages. And when there aren't enough pilots, often they are overworked, often they are tired. And so there's been a lot of conversation about how do we turn this around. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg spoke to CBS about steps that will need to be taken in order to sort of address the airline delays and the cancellations and the need for more pilots. I want to play some of what he had to say.
There are several things that could be done. First of all, making sure that hiring is stepped up. Two, they need to be ready with customer service.
Okay, so I don't know what your take on this is, but you're sort of an expert in this area. Yeah, they can hire more pilots, more ground crew, more everyone, but all of that takes time, especially the pilots. So that's not going to be sort of a quick fix. And customer service is nice, but what do you say needs to be done sort of in the short term and the long term to kind of correct what the pandemic brought on, which was sort of mass layoffs and retirements and a real shift for the airline industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to your point, airlines can hire as much staff as they want to hire, but it takes a long time for pilots to be trained, certified. It's not only a time commitment, but a financial commitment to invest for pilots when they're initially kind of, you know, going through those steps. So it does have a long tail, unfortunately, everything that happened during the pandemic. I think, you know, a good example of what does need to happen is actually the news that just came out about British Airways canceling 10,000 flights and Heathrow capping passenger capacity. That's not what we want to hear as travelers, but at the same time, kind of cutting back on some of those routes and tamping down expectations of how many flights airlines are actually going to be able to actually execute will help to avoid those last minute delays and cancellations. So in the short term, it might make flights a little bit harder to come by, maybe a little bit more expensive, maybe a little bit more crowded, which of course is frustrating to hear as passengers, but it will help to deter those, you know, showing up at the airport and finding out that your flight is canceled types of experiences, which are, you know, worse than the alternative.
Yeah, that's so true. And there's nothing customer service can do when you're livid about something like that.
That's right.
I feel really sorry for those people. Actually, they probably don't get paid enough. Lindsey Roeschke,
it's a tough job.
It is a tough job. Thank you so much, Lindsey.